Moving is a big step and a lot of work, whether you're moving across the street, across town, across the state, or across the country. People go through a huge range of emotions, from excitement and anticipation to anxiety, and it can be pretty overwhelming at times. Well, I've helped a lot of people over the years move or relocate from up north to Sarasota. So I've got 6 steps I want to share with you where you can start today to help you with that process. Hi, I'm Jill Thomas with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Florida Realty. Each week I bring new videos, fresh content about moving to the Sarasota area and the Sarasota, Florida lifestyle. So if this is of interest to you, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Okay, so for one reason or another, you're thinking of making a move to the Sunshine State. Well, I want to help you out and make that transition as smooth as possible. Most of the buyers that I work with, they're not here as they start the house hunting process. They're just like you, they're outside of the area. So I think these 6 steps are going to be a help to you to get you from just looking online all the way to the closing table. Plus, I have a bonus tip at the end. Step number 1. Okay, step number 1 is actually contact me. You can call, text, email, and then I'll actually have a link below to a site that you can go and fill out a little form as well. So what's best is that if you call me right away, then you can start to ask me questions and lean on me and my expertise, and I can help guide and direct you. I know that the internet gives a lot of information, but it's not the same as somebody else who's listening to you and can maybe fill in the blanks or answer questions that you didn't even know that you had. And I can be an advocate for you here right now. You do not have to go through this alone. Now, between steps 1 and 2, I would say start to write down all of your questions. Get them written down, and no question is too small. You know, I used to teach math to junior high students, and I have a load of patience. So there's no question that's too small or too silly. I welcome all of them. Step number 2, we're going to do a Zoom video call. And this is a great opportunity for me to get to know you better and for you to get to know me better. We're going to go through your goals, your time frame, your likes, your dislikes, your needs and wants. We're going to hit all of that during this call. And then of course, we're going to go through that list of questions that you've already made up. And then I'm also going to have some questions for you and maybe some other food for thought, things that you have not considered. What's also nice with the Zoom call is I can share my screen. So if I have to pull up a map, maybe we can pull up some properties that have been on your radar. Whatever it takes, this is the time for us to really set the foundation of what you would like to do. Now, please know that it doesn't matter if your time frame's like 3 months out, 6 months out, or even a year or more. Let's start the process now. That's even better, and it helps you to really understand and to get to know the market here. Step number 3. Okay, this step is actually all on me. It's a customized search in our MLS just for you. So what I can do is, based on our video call that we just had, I'm going to create searches based on everything that I learned, and I can make it as detailed as it needs to be. So for instance, maybe you're not sure if you want a condo or a home yet. So I can separate condos and homes, and then not only that, just here's all your condos, here's all your homes, but it can be broken down by location as well. And this helps you to not feel quite so overwhelmed when you're looking at the properties. Then the next thing about the MLS system, which I love, is that when you get those properties and you see those online, you can mark the ones that you love the most as a favorite, and the ones that, lukewarm feelings, you can mark as a possibility. And you can also take notes on individual properties, and it's going to help you keep things in order, help you track things so you don't have a bunch of pieces of scraps of paper, maybe by your computer. What's also nice with all of that is I can see your notes and I can see what you like, and that also helps me. So step number 3 is a customized search just for you. Okay, step number 4 is tweaking. We're gonna tweak our process, our system. We're gonna tweak everything. During this time, you're gonna keep asking me lots of questions. We're gonna analyze the properties that you've been getting, talk about the pros and cons, really dig a little deeper into the process and into these properties. And during this time, it's not unusual if a buyer changes their criteria some. Maybe they're open to other areas that they didn't think that they wanted before, or maybe even the type of property. Maybe they were thinking condo, now you want single family home, or the other way around. So please know, super, super normal if you change your mind on some of the criteria. And then what's nice about us doing all of this in advance before you come down here to look is that we're going to refine it as best as we can so that when you get down here in person, we're maximizing our time. We're just not starting from scratch. That you are super familiar and you go, okay, I know where I'm at. I know what this is about. I remember us talking about that. So that's a good thing. Step number 5. Okay, this is the fun step. You get to come here and look around. Yay! And it's one thing to look at things online. It's another thing to be here, to see the sunsets, the wildlife, experience all the good and the bad of our area. You get to experience our traffic. Yay! But it is different to be here with your house hunting goggles on and just not to be here for vacationing and for relaxing. It's a different mindset altogether. So it's great when you can be here in person physically to see it all and get a feel for the properties in person. And again, not unusual for people to think, okay, if these were my top picks online, and then when they get here, it might not be their top picks in person, and it's the other way around. It's pretty amazing how all of that works. And then also, of course, when you're here, we can tweak everything, because you might go, oh, wait, I really like the feel of this area. I didn't think I would, but I do. And okay, so all that's okay. Now, sometimes people are down here for a couple of days, and sometimes I have them here for a couple of weeks. I got a couple buyers this year who actually want to rent for about 6 months before buying. And so we have a little bit more time in that regards. But that's why it's important. Steps 1 through 4 are so important to make step number 5, you coming here, the best it can be. Okay, now step number 6 is we're gonna find the right home for you. So let's suppose you're down here and you find, oh my goodness, I love, love, love this place. Let's get that contract written and get the negotiations going. So you have contracts, negotiations, inspections, financing if you're not paying cash, and then of course, we close. Now, if you're not here locally through any of that, that's okay. You don't have to be in the area to do any of that. You can do it all remotely. Now, of course, I love it if buyers can be here for the inspection. I like it when they can see things firsthand, but you don't have to be. Now, let's suppose you don't find just the right property before you leave town, but maybe you found the right neighborhood, the right general community, or maybe the right condominium complex or two. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hyper focus in on those areas. And when something hits the market that looks good to you in those areas that you love, what I'm gonna do is go over there, I'll FaceTime with you or do a Zoom call, like we can do a video conference that way, or I can take lots of videos of the area and then email it to you through a Dropbox link. And then if it's something that you do love, then you can do one of two things from there. Either A, fly down right away and see it in person, or B, we can just go ahead and write that offer right away so you don't miss out on the property. I actually have people who do that very last one where they write an offer without seeing it first, maybe once a year. And so that's not an unusual thing, but it's whatever your comfort level is. Please don't think I'm going to push you to buy something without seeing it first, but please know that is an option. Okay, so those are my 6 simple steps to moving to Sarasota. Now let's suppose you're not 100% sure if Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice is the right area for you, because often people aren't 100% sure where they want to move to. Well, again, that's okay. Give me a call and let me get to know you a little bit better, and I'm going to connect you with some agents in other key areas that you might be interested in. I already have a go-to person in the Tampa-St. Pete area, Orlando, Naples, all those hot spots. But really, if you're looking anywhere in the United States, I work with an awesome network of realtors that I can call on, I can interview and vet for you on your behalf. So I'll take care of you no matter whether you're gonna buy here or not. Okay, so here's my bonus tip, and it has to do with financing. I didn't really talk about that at all during those 6 steps. So people usually wanna know, well, when should I call a lender? Well, my general answer is, as soon as possible. Okay, if you're 6 months or even a year out, it doesn't hurt to call them right away, because we want to make sure that we're in the right range. You don't want to be disappointed if we're not looking in the right price point for you. And so they're going to help you out with that and get you focused on what would be best for you. And even sometimes they can tell you that you can afford a lot more, and you just tell me, Jill, I know they say I can afford this, but this is all I really want to pay. This is where I want to stay at. I totally respect that. Whatever you want to do is what we're going to do. But they can help you to kind of sort through a few things that I never even really know about. So that's between you and the lender. Now, let me just say though, that it is best if you talk to a local lender and not like one of those .com companies. And I actually made a whole video on that because I'm pretty passionate about it. So, but I do have a list of names I can give you of great local lenders that I trust. And it's actually a good thing if you talk to more than one of them and get a feel for who they are and what their products are, because each one might offer something different, especially if you have some unique financial situations going on there. So that's what you need to do. I look forward to getting that call, text, or email from you. Please know I am here to look out for your best interests and to be a help to you to make this transaction, this process, as smooth as possible. Lean on me and let me take on some of that anxiety for you. Now, I did mention that I did a video about local lenders. I've also made other videos about the real estate process, like buying condominiums, the type of contracts we have here in the state of Florida, and how we deal with inspections. So if that's of interest to you, you kind of geek out on that, take a look at those videos on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.